Hey everyone, I'm Marco and in this video I'm gonna show you the Honor Play. Honor is advertising the Honor Play as a gaming smartphone, the name already implies that. But what can you expect from smartphones that just cost 329 euros? Well, I have taken my time to test out the Honor Play, and I can tell you right away that you get a lot of smartphone for your buck. So let's take a closer look. The build quality is really good. The Honor Play comes in an aluminum unibody that feels really great in the hand, and the buttons have a good clicky feeling to it. But the design with these antenna lines might remind you of an older iPhone. Having an aluminum unibody means there is no wireless charging, but there's quick charge available to top of the 3750 mAh battery really fast. With light gaming, a lot of YouTube and Twitter, the Honor Play got me through a day really easily and I still had about 15 to 20% battery left at the end of the day. Unfortunately, there is no official IP rating for the Honor Play. I'm pretty sure it can handle light rain, but I wouldn't take it to the pool. Looking at the front of the device, the first thing that jumps at me is the Honor logo. I know the chin is needed to make room for the display drivers, but I would rather prefer a clean look and have no logo on the front. I would look so much nicer. The 6.3-inch LCD looks really nice with its minimal bezels on the side. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is the pretty big notch. The Full HD resolution in its 18:9 aspect ratio results in 410 ppi. Unfortunately, I've got a major issue with the automatic brightness. The Honor Play almost always chooses a brightness which is way too low and I have to manually readjust it. That is really annoying. It doesn't matter if I'm inside or outside, it's almost always too dark. So I guess that's to save up battery, but it's really bothering me and I have to readjust it all the time. That's just annoying. The viewing angles aren't that great either. As soon as you twist the phone a little off axis, the screen darkens. The single down-firing speaker sounds alright. It doesn't get very loud, but overall it's okay. The thing that really bothers me is as soon as you have your phone in landscape mode while watching a video or playing a game, the speaker is easily covered. For everyone who likes to use headphones, there is a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can use your standard headphones with the Honor Play. And Honor also includes a pair of in-ear headphones in the box. On the back there is the fingerprint sensor, which is quick and reliable. You could also use the face unlock, which is really quick but not as secure. NFC is also built in so that you can use mobile payments. NFC isn't that common in mid-range smartphones. That's one of the first things where costs are cut. If the 64GB internal storage are not enough for you, you could also expand that with an SD card, or you could use a second SIM. The dual camera setup on the back consists of a 16 and a 2MP camera. The 2MP camera is just used for the portrait effect to separate the foreground from the background. In good lighting situations, the camera takes really great pictures, although I wouldn't use that AI mode. The images come out heavily overprocessed and look very artificial. Unfortunately, the camera doesn't hold up very well in low light situations. The images come out very muddy, very grainy, and even the color shift. The 60MP selfie camera has pretty much the same properties as the rear-facing one, so it takes nice pictures in good lighting, but I wouldn't use it in low light situations. There's also a portrait effect for the selfie camera, but I would expect some issues with edge detection because it's just software based. The rear camera can record video in 4K with 30 frames per second or in Full HD with 60 frames per second. If you are filming handheld, you better record in 1080p because there's no stabilization in 4K. The front camera can only record in 1080p. And that's the way it looks on the selfie camera. I think the sound is alright. If the Honor Play is laying on the table and you type on it, the phone is gonna rock on the table because of the protruding camera. The Honor Play should perform pretty good with its Kirin 970 and 4GB of RAM, but it has proven otherwise. The phone works fine while playing graphic intensive games, but from time to time the whole phone is gonna freeze. And it doesn't matter if you're playing a game or taking a picture or whatever you do on the Honor Play, it's just the whole system that's gonna freeze. And that is really frustrating. It doesn't happen all the time, but at least once a day. Honor is also promising a 4D experience when it comes to the vibration motors in the Honor Play. So you should get haptic feedback while playing certain games. But even though I tested it out with its supported games, it never worked for me. The Honor Play is running Android 8.1 with EMUI 8.2 on top, and I liked it. And that came as a surprise to me, because I'm a big fan of stock Android. But EMUI actually reminded me of stock Android, although an older version of it. There is the Google feed to the left, and you have your app drawer, just as you are used to with stock Android. And although EMUI is really colorful and there's a lot of modifications under the hood, I liked the overall experience, and I didn't even feel the need to install a third-party launcher. Overall, I wouldn't say the Honor Play is a gaming smartphone. These little stutters and freezes are just too annoying, but it's a really great mid-range smartphone. You get great build quality, nice hardware, a camera that takes really pretty pictures as long as there's enough light. And if you can look beyond these little flaws, like these stutters and the camera not being so great in low light, you get a lot of smartphone for your buck. So 329 euros is a great offer for the Honor Play. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit like, share the video and also subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.